Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Bastian Weekly, your source for news on roles, supply chain and tech information, as well as trends in recruitment. So we'll just start off in talking about a couple of the roles we're working on at the moment. We are shortlisting a national operations manager role on Thursday this week for a leading 3PL and 4PL business. The role oversees multiple sites, primarily in Victoria, but does have the opportunity to scale with the business as they look to open new sites in New South Wales and Queensland over the next couple of years. We've got a supply chain lead role that's based in Melbourne for a ASX-listed oil and gas energy producer. This role reports directly into the head of supply chain and oversees things like project logistics, fleet maintenance and servicing, a lot of bulk goods distribution, as well as a lot of project logistics type of responsibilities. We're still in the market for a number of DC designers from in the logistics automation space, so whether it be in the UK or here in Australia. If you've got automation skills and design within a logistics automation environment, we'd love a chance to talk to you. We are recruiting a senior project manager role, either based in Sydney or Melbourne, for a global leading supply chain software tech company, primarily responsible for handling large tier one customers and obviously oversight around project delivery. We are recruiting a financial controller role. That role is actually being shortlisted on Monday, the 19th of September. That role is for a private food and beverage packaging company based in Western Melbourne, as previously mentioned. Oversight around P&L, balance sheet, experience in FX, obviously some bill of material experience in a manufacturing environment would be helpful as well. And we've also got a senior logistics manager role for a Asian headquartered e-commerce company that has offices here in Australia in Sydney. So if you are Sydney based and have a background in e-commerce and bulk sized goods, we'd love to hear from you. So give us a shout or give us a call. And we'd love to talk to you about the roles. So I guess just in terms of a couple of news or items to talk about quickly in terms of recruitment, a few reports that job board ads have risen in August and September, which is a positive sign for activity in the recruitment space. Obviously, we don't do a lot of advertising on job boards here at Bastian, but just in general, from a current market conditions, lots of jobs being advertised on job boards is generally a good sign for the current state of recruitment here in Australia. A large management consulting firm, Accenture, has recently appointed 2 MDs to oversee their talent acquisition strategy, which I think is directly tied to some of the activity we've been talking about over the last couple of months. The advisory space, whether it be in supply chain or finance or accounting and tax and auditing, or just general business operations, is incredibly buoyant at the moment. And obviously these consultancies are ramping up incredibly to bring in the best of the best and the talent from all different areas as well. So that news about Accenture, really strengthening their talent acquisition function is no surprise. And it really is a comment more on the general state of the advisory space here in Australia, but also regionally and globally. A couple things just in terms of supply chain tech news I wanted to mention. Interesting report that Tata Group is in discussion with a Taiwanese supplier to start assembling iPhones in India. This would be a huge step and a huge move away from iPhone being manufactured in Asia and moving into the India subcontinent region. So that's pretty big and exciting news. A number of recent reports, specifically out of North America and Europe, that robotics as a service, so RAAS, is lowering the bar of entry, and which has never been seen before. So it's making it much more cost competitive. And thus you're seeing a lot more adaptation of robotics as a service models. So it'll be interesting to see if that becomes more and more sought after here in Australia. And another kind of important / concerning / general piece of information in relation to logistics and distribution and supply chain, recent report that the standards and the quality of roads and infrastructure for roads and highways probably won't be able to cope with the rise in temperature and obviously the impending climate crisis is coming, and which is really unfortunate because it's going to have a huge impact on distribution and supply chain and logistics. If the roads and that, trucks and deliveries and e-com fulfillment and really that last mile capability aren't able to service, it's going to make it even more challenging as well. So just another food for thought that everyone needs to do their part in terms of trying to reduce some of the impact globally. But yeah, I thought I'd share that a little bit because that's going to have some huge impacts on the supply chain. But that'll be us for it. That'll be it for today. And give us a shout if you'd love to talk about anything you've heard today, and we'd love to hear your feedback in the comment section below. Cheers, guys. Have a great day. Cheers.